Please, I make something with this. Please, I make some pizza.
Ready?
Yeah.
Here they all come.
Wow, that's a lot of people. A lot.
Can you see them? Oh, look, there's Sam. Can you look, see Sam and Berkey there?
Wait, are they going to do it?
Okay. Now, just give me a thumbs up. Can everyone hear me? Excellent. Because what I've done, I can't hear anyone because when I set up the meeting, I've muted you all, okay? So I can't hear all the anything that's going on at your house, but I'm just going to keep adding people, okay? So just bear with me for a couple of minutes. Oh, look at you all set up.
Oh, Mommy and Blaze are doing it.
Yeah, look. Okay, I'll just keep letting everyone in. Oh, you all look so professional. And Phoenix, you're real close to the camera.
Where is Phoenix?
Fantastic. Okay, so is everyone comfortable with using Zoom? So I want you all to talk to me, okay? So it's absolutely fine. I just wanted to mute you all when you first started, just so then I could get sorted. But down the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see a little microphone signal, I suppose. Hey, Gracie girl. So when you want to speak to me, click on that. And then that will.
There's office works and I know. There's only office works and and a server, isn't it? There's only a couple.
So keep coming. Admit. Good job. Excellent. So are you all okay? You're all surviving lockdown okay? You're all doing okay? You look well. You all look like you've been busy getting all of your little cooking stations set up. Excellent. So I want to introduce the chefs today. So obviously I'll be here helping them a little bit, but they're going to be doing most of the work. Okay. So for those that I don't know, my name is Katie and I'm a nutritionist. So what that means is that I help people learn how to eat healthy and cook healthy and just do the things that are best for their bodies, okay? So today you've got me leading the show, but you've also got Lucille here, and Lucy's 3. Say hi. Hi. And here we've got Estelle, and Estelle is 5.
Hi.
And we've got...
I'll put that Zoom for
So they're each going to have a couple of jobs to do. I'm lucky, I've got 3 chefs, so they're going to be spreading the jobs. If there's just one of you cooking, like I can see Sam Burke on his own, he'll be going pretty busy today, all right? Because he's got a few jobs to do by himself. But
morning.
maybe the adults want to do this is, the very first thing we need to do is turn on our ovens, okay? So we need to get our ovens warmed up. So I'm going to do that job first, and we need the ovens at 180 degrees, okay? So let's do that job first. 180 degrees. Now, just for the mums and dads, I won't be doing fan forced, but it's up to you whether you would like to do it. Oh, there's Otto. Say hi, Otto. Look down there. And we've got a very advanced 7-month-old who's going to do some cooking today as well. So you're very clever, Otto. Okay, so if you've got all of your ovens turned on, we can get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put 2 full cups of plain flour, okay, into our bowl, and we're going to sift that flour, okay? So Audrey's going to do that job, so find someone to do that job for you. 2 cups of plain sifted flour. I think Audrey's a bit nervous, feeling the pressure.
Get it, just get it. You know, that is hang on.
Now, a very long time ago, when I was at high school, which was a very, very long time ago, my home eco teacher, Mrs. Carey, taught a trick, which was when you do the cup of flour, you get out a knife and you slice off the top of it. And that's what makes it nice and neat. Put it into there. Yep, good job. Yep, and then you can start sifting stuff.
Oh, another cup?
Yep, so if you've just joined us, we're doing 2 cups of plain sifted flour.
Also, can I do that one? No, Stella. What? Oh, just all went in.
Yep, good job. All right, Audrey, just slice off the top. How are we going? We're looking good. Matilda, how are you going? Hello, girls. Now listen, we've just started. We've turned our oven on to 180 degrees and we're doing 2 cups of plain sifted flour, okay? So 2 cups of plain sifted flour into a big mixing bowl. Now, please just ask me questions. I'll try and keep looking at you all, but if you've got questions, just unmute yourself and go for it, okay? Yep, you'll be getting a turn, don't worry.
Is there something else you can use if you don't have the oil?
Is there what, sorry?
Something else you can use if you don't have the oil.
You could try using milk. You could try using something else that's just going to be like a liquid. So if you don't have the oil, it'll change the consistency a little bit, but the oil is really just to make it sort of mix well together. So you could definitely use some milk, but when we come to that spot, I will give you that suggestion as well, okay? At the moment, we're just going to do our dry ingredients.
Thank you.
Okay, so how are we going? We're all sorted? Excellent. Good job.
Mum, did we forget the 1 to 2 cups caster sugar?
No, we're still going to do our caster sugar. Okay, so if you're ready to move on to the next step is 1/2 cup of caster sugar. Okay, so yep, Estelle, you can do that.
Where's the 1/2 cup?
So find your 1/2 cups. Yep, will that one fit in? Okay, we want 1/2 cup. So do you want to keep an eye on that one, please? So we've done 1/2 cup of caster and 2 cups of plain flour.
I need the knife.
Yep, you got the knife.
Where's the knife?
Good job. So 1/2 cup of sugar and 2 cups of plain flour. Gee, we're concentrating hard. No, don't.
Teaspoons.
Yep. So put it into, and we're going to sift that sugar too. If you've got a sifter there.
Hi, Audrey. Hi.
I don't know who said that. Who said that?
Mackenzie and Lottie.
Say hi, girls. Is that 1/2 cup done, Michelle?
2 cups?
No.
Is it not?
Good job.
2 teaspoons.
Okay.
Powder.
Okay, that was actually 1/3 cup, so we're just not. We've used 1/3 cup instead of 1/2 cup, and look, that's fine. Yep, and we're going to do that next. Okay, so now in our bowl, we've got 2 cups of plain sifted flour. We've got 1/2 cup of sugar. Now we're going to do 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Okay? You might want a new teaspoon. No. Lucy's going to do that. Hang on, Lucy. Let's do our 2 teaspoons of cinnamon first. Okay, so you hold your, so 2 teaspoons of cinnamon.
What does this say?
Pour it in. Yep.
What does this say?
What is it? And tip it in. Good job. Give it a sift.
What does this say?
How many teaspoons of baking powder would you?
Baking
2. Alrighty, so how are we going? We're all still keeping up? Good job. I can see some shaking of cinnamon, some sifting. Good job, kids. No, we're not up to that stage yet, girls. We're not up to that stage yet. We're not up to that stage yet, okay?
No, I just need to get the
Alrighty, so looking like we're nearly ready for the next step. So the next one is going to be 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Okay, so Lucille, you can do that for me, please.
Well, can I do it?
Yeah, you can do the sultanas. Yeah. Okay, great job. Thanks, Luce. Can you put the lid on for me, please? You can start doing that. Yep. Okay, so just to recap, we've got 2 cups of plain flour. We've got half a cup of caster sugar. We've got 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Hang on. And we've got 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Okay. All right. So once you're all up to speed, just give me a thumbs up so then I can just see who's ready to move on. Okay. Good job. Excellent. Jessie Man, Maisie and Layla, good job. Izzy's good, twins are good. Yep, Maddie's good, Fee's good. Excellent job. Otto's just smashing it. All over it, yeah. Otto got his 2 teaspoons of cinnamon in, no worries. Excellent. And yes, Ali just made a good point as well. You don't have to use veggie oil or canola oil. You can use any type of oil. So any oil that is in your house is absolutely fine for the recipe as well, okay? Alrighty, so the next job we're going to do is, all right, we're going to start adding all of our fruits and nuts and that type of thing, okay? So we're going to start with 1 cup of coconut. Now I'm using shredded coconut, but you can use other types of coconut, okay? So 1 cup of coconut.
What about olive oil? Because olive oil is very powerful, isn't it? Like, wouldn't be able to use that in there.
You definitely can. Yep, it won't change. Yep, it won't change the flavour. It'll be absolutely fine.
Okay.
You need, can I just add, you need the oil for the fat because you don't have butter.
You can use any oil. Yep, excellent point. All right. Okay, so who's going to do this?
Katie,
Yeah.
what about this coconut?
Yeah, absolutely fine. Yep. If it's really big pieces, you might want to give it a little bit of a chop up just so you're not sort of choking on a big bit of coconut. But if it's pretty fine, I mean, if it's chopped up already, it'll be no worries. Okay, Star, so 2. Yep.
Did you say a cup?
Yes. Yep, pop them in. And another one. And then Lucy can do sultanas. Oh yeah, good. Yeah, excellent.
Now you talk.
This one.
Good, lots of coconut going everywhere. Alrighty, so you can put the coconut into the bowl, and then once you've done that, you can give it a little gentle mix, okay? Just to combine all the dry ingredients, okay? So let's give it a little mix once we've got our coconut in.
Mix it with this.
Sit down. So give it a mix loose. Yep. Good job. So make sure you're holding onto the bowl and you're just giving a nice gentle mix. Ideally, we don't want to give it a big flick out of the bowl, okay? So just go nice and gently. Just one question for parents. Yeah, the Chef News has joined in on this Zoom, and I just want to make sure, please, he's going to take a photo in a couple of minutes, but if you would rather not be in that photo, because it'll be what we're sort of looking at, please just switch off your camera for the next couple of minutes, okay? Just so then he can't see you in the photo, okay? But he won't do it straight away, in a couple of minutes, alrighty? So I'm just giving you the heads up if anyone needs to turn off their camera. Okay, so nice, gentle mixing. Let's get all those ingredients combined, okay? All the dry ingredients. No. And ideally not licking the dry ingredients, okay? Unlike the 3-year-old. All right, good. All right, next one. Alrighty, so just to recap, if anyone has missed a step, we've got flour, we've got sugar, we've got cinnamon, we've got baking powder. How's my memory? We've got coconut, and we've given it a little mix, okay? And cinnamon, baking powder. Yep, now we're going to put a cup of sultanas into the mixture, okay? Yep, so away you
Do
go.
we have to add the sultanas and nuts?
No, definitely not. If you don't want sultanas, you don't have to put sultanas in it. You could put a different type of dried fruit if you prefer, but you definitely don't have to use sultanas if you don't want to, okay? Yes. Yep. Okay, just stop for a minute.
Does it all full cup?
Yeah, that does bring the best out in you when I need them to step up.
A full cup, yep.
Well, I don't want a full cup in though.
Oh, no. You definitely don't have to.
Okay.
Absolutely not. That's fine. No, you don't have to have a full cup. This is a very relaxed recipe, so you can just add whatever you like in whatever quantities, basically, okay? Alrighty, so full cup of sultanas, if you would like, if you're into sultanas. There you go, stuff. Hang on, just wait, because it's too noisy when I'm talking. What you can start doing is start chopping. Alrighty, and if you're ready, and only if you want to add nuts. So if you're allowed to have nuts in your house, you can absolutely add some walnuts if you'd like to. Or if you don't want to add nuts, you might want to add some mixed seeds. That's a good option if you prefer those. We are going to add nuts. So Audrey is going to do some chopping for me at the moment. Yep, is that nice? But again, that's up to you and whether or not you're allowed nuts in your house. Yeah. And if not, you might like to use some seeds instead or something else. So just now, if you are using a sharp knife, remember to try and keep your hands out of the way, okay? You don't want any band-aids being required.
You want to mix it?
Good job. So you've had some and that bit. Yeah, I can just put it in. You're going less and don't lick it, please. Yeah, but you might like some too. It's too noisy. Yeah. Alrighty. Yeah, alrighty, the little girls are now more interested in eating sultanas, so I'm going to take over the mixing job. I'm going to give the dry ingredients a bit of a mix now while Audrey's chopping up the walnuts for me. Just going to give it a little gentle mix. Now we're using about, if you are using walnuts, we're using about a cup of walnuts. If you're using the seeds, you might want to use about a cup of seeds, okay? And if you're not doing either of that, what you can start doing is grating your apple and carrot, okay?
Let's do the apple because I didn't.
Good job. If you like. I'm using 2 carrots and 2 apples.
Do we grate? Do we peel it, the skin off, or we just grate it with just the skin on? Do we need to scrape?
Okay, that's an excellent question, Jessie. Remember how I said at the start that I'm a nutritionist? There is so much good stuff in the skin and you will not taste it. So we'll be grating our carrot and apple with the skin on because there's lots of extra good fibre and nutrients in that, okay? I promise you, you won't taste it. So don't worry about peeling it. You can just grate this carrot and the apple with the skin on, okay?
Or do you want to do the cupcake?
Once you've done your nuts and once you've done your seeds, you can add them to your dry mixture as well. And then as you're doing your grating, you can also add that to your dry mixture too. My goodness, you're looking all very busy. This is wonderful. I'm so proud of you all. Look at you all doing a wonderful job. Excellent. Yep. Now, who is there with Bell F?
Me.
Yep, so we're adding everything to the dry mixture. So once you've done all of your grating, add it to the dry mixture. Once you've chopped up, oh my goodness, there's people furiously grating. Watch out for your knuckles. What's Otto doing? Otto's just watching. All right, how you going, Audrey? Keep going. All righty. Did you want to start?
All of it. Yeah. You can.
Just yell out if you have any questions. Might be better to do it.
Okay. Add some. Most.
Yeah, because it's all going to go into this anyway. And if you've got any little people that are looking for jobs, Lucy has put the patty pans in our before. So it's a good job for the person if they would like to help as well. She's feeling very proud of herself. Oh, there's Pat.
Her hugs.
Hi.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep going, Audrey. Watch your fingers. Very quickly start grating your fingers. So just make sure you're holding your fingers nice and back. Good job. Gee, I can see some big muscles growing. Lottie and Ken's are eating. They must be eating the cores, are they? The apple. Yep. Good job. Who's doing your grading, girls? Mum, or are you doing it? You've done it. Oh, good job. Good job, Matilda. I can see Maisie doing a great job.
But be careful with your finger.
Otto's busy. All right, I might start grading for a bit. Oh. Move along and then everyone can see what you're doing too. Alrighty, so we're adding all of our, once we've done that, we're going to add all our fruit and our carrot to the bowl. Good job, Audrey. That's okay, don't worry a little bit.
Yeah, let me do it. You can mix it.
Katie, Otto has a question.
Carrots?
Hang on, what was that about the carrot?
Is it 2 carrots and 3 apples?
Well, it depends on the size, really. I'm using 2 carrots and 1 big apple and 1 little apple. So, yeah, pretty much just whatever, however big they are, I suppose. And yes, most advanced, 7-month-old, go for it.
We only have 1 apple. Could you use a pear?
Use some what, sorry?
A pear.
Sure, Otto. That is absolutely fine. You can definitely use any fruit that you have that will grate and then we'll give it a little bit of sweetness as such. So you wouldn't grate, well, what would grate? Now that we wouldn't grate banana, exactly. That would make a messy old mess.
Mandarin.
Or mandarin. Thank you, Audrey. Yep, we wouldn't grate mandarin either.
check.
Yeah. Good job.
Katie,
Lots of big muscles. Yes.
do we put the carrot in the bowl?
Yes, please. So all of the things that we've done so far, our dry mixture. So in here is going to go all our nuts if you're using them, your sultanas, your coconut, and then your grated carrot and apple. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to need a little bit. Where's my one?
There it is.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, so put all your carrot in, all of your apple in, all the walnuts if you're using them, or seeds instead.
I know.
That way. A lot of carrot, a lot of apple. All right. Okay, once you've added all of that to your, you'll be able to just to give it a very gentle mix. How are we going, Bez? We right? Give it a very gentle mix because the bowl's going to be chock-a-block now, okay? And it's quite a dry mixture at this point, okay? So just a gentle mix. We just want to try and get the carrot and the apple sort of covered with flour as such, okay? So a nice gentle mix. Okay. Do you want to try this with? Okay.
Not me.
It's really easy to flick it out of the bowl at this point. So we've just got to have nice, gentle hands. Yep. Audrey's going to do some mixing for me.
I did flick it out of the bowl.
Yeah, it'll flick everywhere. Don't worry. It's absolutely fine. Izzy's got a nice big bowl there. She's right. So, yep, keep mixing.
What is he doing?
Yeah, Izzy's there.
Wait, is he next to me?
No, different Izzy. Okay, so if there's somebody needing a job while the other person's mixing, we'll need to get another bowl out because we're going to put our, whoa, Audrey, we're going to put our wet ingredients into another bowl to mix, okay?
Look at me.
Oh, Jesus.
Alrighty, so I've got our other bowl here that we're going to use. Do you want to? Audrey's muscles are fading a little bit. Yep, perfect, Lottie. That looks good. Hang on, love. Can I just have a go? Alrighty. Audrey needs to do more push-ups at the gym because her muscles are getting a bit tight. Oh, she doesn't go to the gym. Don't worry. Alrighty. So now this is sort of what my mixture is looking a little bit like, sort of flour covered apple and carrot, really. Okay, so if
And
all
walnuts.
of the, and walnuts, yep, we used walnuts today. But if that's what yours is looking like, we're on track. Okay, so next, let me just move up some of this stuff that's been flicked. Okay, so into our second bowl now, okay? This is going to be our wet mixture bowl, okay? Actually, can I have some eggs, please? So for this, we will need
3 eggs.
we will need a cup of oil. Now again, just like, so just like we said before, you can use any kind of oil. Yep, perfect. That looks good, Kenz. Now I'm going to do the oil because my husband likes to buy in bulk. So this oil is nearly bigger than my children. So I'm going to do the oil here, but we need a cup of oil, please. Okay, into the wet bowl.
Can I do 1 egg?
Yep, there's 3 eggs. So you'll be able to have a go at doing it.
Yep. Let me pour it in.
Yep, good job, everybody. Yep. Hang on a minute. Okay, so we're all up to speed. Everyone's going okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you've all put in 2 thumbs up, Ken's good. If you've all put in your cup of oil, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put in our 3 eggs. Okay, so we all need to have a go at cracking our eggs. So what we like to do here is we like to bang it on the side and then we open it up. So crack on the side and open him up. Put it in the bowl. Okay, so crack on the side. Yep. And then open him up.
Bit farther. Over to rubbish here. It's okay.
I did it, Mama.
Good girl. I mean, whoever said that, well done. Whoever's cracking eggs, good job.
That's for you, Lulu.
Good job.
Yeah, go wash your hands.
Yeah, I'm just seeing that some people are still grating, so I don't want to race too far ahead, okay? Just going to wait while people are still grating. And into your, if you'd like me to say again, into your wet mix bowl. Yep, perfect. That looks really good. Whoever, Blaze and Marnie, good job. What you're going to do is you're going to put a cup of oil into your bowl and then 3 eggs, okay? So if you're still grating, don't worry, there's plenty of time, there's no rush. And into your wet mix bowl, you're going to put a cup of oil and 3 eggs. So if you're up to that bit, you're then going to get your vanilla and you're going to put a teaspoon. I like to put... The 3-year-old's starting to lose interest. But then we're going to put 1 or 2 teaspoons of vanilla into that wet mixture as well, okay? So we've got a cup of oil, 3 eggs, and 1 or 2, I like 2 teaspoons of vanilla, okay? Yep, do it over the bowl for me, please. You can do one as well. Yep, that's enough. So put that one in. Yep, and then pass it down to Stella. No. Right, Stella. So just do a little dab, not too much. Yeah. All right, stop, Stella, Stella. And lift it up for me.
Kate,
Yeah.
how many how much vanilla again?
Well, if you've got vanilla essence, which is like the runny one, you could probably do like 2 teaspoons. But if you've got like a concentrated thick vanilla, which is like vanilla bean paste, then you would probably only need 1. But really, it's fine. One or 2 is fine. Okay. Alrighty, so if you've got your oil and your eggs and your vanilla in your bowl, you can get a whisk or a fork and you can start to mix it, okay? Yep. And we need it to be mixed really well so it looks as though it's all combined really well, okay?
Let Lulu have one.
So I'll just say again, we've got 1 cup of oil, 3 eggs, and 1 or 2 teaspoons of vanilla, okay?
Mix it already.
Yeah.
You do.
Let me give it to you.
We're looking good. Lots of helpers, lots of mixing. Keep going, Steph, hold the bowl. Holding the bowl, good job. Making sure that we're doing a gentle whisk. Yep, so it's not slopping everywhere. Save the cleanup. Ivy and Grace are going well. Good job. Hello, miss. The down girls are looking good. Maisie and Layla, great job. Matilda and Izzy, good job. All the Moody's are going well. Otto, getting a bit over it. Yeah. Now it's Lisa's go. Yep. Have a little mix. And you'll see that when the eggs and the oil are combining, it starts to look quite smooth, okay? So keep mixing until it looks smooth and yellowy, okay? Yeah. Right, can I show everyone what else it's like?
Yeah.
Okay, so see what mine's looking like? Good job, Finn. You're doing well too. Okay, so it's nice and all combined, okay? So once you're happy with how it's all mixed, we're going to add our wet ingredients into our dry ingredients. Okie dokie. And then we're going to have a big, huge wombat stew of muffin mixture, okay? And we're going to mix it all up together. You're going to need a lot of mussels for that. Yep, okay, Luce. So can I put this in here? Well, you can put that in there if you like.
Can I start do it and then I give it to you?
Yep, go for it. Tip it in. Good job. And you might need a bit of a spatula just to wipe out the bowl so it all goes in. Hang on, just let Lucy have a little go. Yeah, but just really, and again, we've got a big full bowl, okay? So we need big mussels and just nice, good mixing. Combine it all together. Keep going, Lucy. Yeah, you're going to mix it up. Do you want me to start you off?
Are you supposed to get all the dry ingredients wet?
Exactly right. I want to get all those dry ingredients nice and wet, okay? Now, if you're not using patty pans today, that's absolutely fine. What you might like to do, though, is grease your muffin pan, okay? So you might like to use a little bit of melted butter, or you might like to use, oh, that looks great. Who's that? Oh, Sam Burke. Looks great. You might like to use like the spray just to make it so it's not sticky, okay? So if you're not using patty pans, maybe grease your muffin tray if you've got someone else mixing in your house. Gee, there's lots of good sharing going on. I'm loving seeing you all helping each other and doing all the different jobs. It's hard sharing sometimes. Just ask my girls.
No, what are you doing?
Let's get some.
Excellent. Lots of concentrating going. So we're getting all those dry ingredients nice and wet. Yep. Get your muscles in this. So that's the end of all the ingredients now, okay? So now that's all the ingredients in our bowl. So once it's all combined together, good. We're going to have delicious morning and afternoon teas. Great job, Kemp girls. Excellent. Ria, Greta, Fletcher and Elise, McCulloch's looking great. Alrighty, keep mixing. Lots of big mussels. Keep going on. Mix it all together.
Wow.
Yes.
Katie,
Yeah.
look at ours.
Where are you? Oh, amazing. That looks so good. Now, if you're up to that point, if you've mixed everything together, good job, Hunter. What you can do is you can start spooning it into your muffin trays, okay? So if you're using patty pans like us, we'll spoon it into our muffin cases here. Yep, that's right. But if you're just going straight into the muffin tray, that is also fine too. Now, for big muffins, you would use about 2 tablespoons, but for just sort of smaller, good lunchbox size ones, you might like to use a 1 heaped tablespoon. Okay, so you can start doing that job when you're ready. Now it's hard getting all the dry ingredient wet. You've got to really dig to the bottom and make sure that you don't have any big dry clumps at the bottom, okay? Can you see? Is Otto mixing, Ellie?
Yeah, he's finished. He's in the oven.
Oh, Otto, cooey jets, gosh.
Otto's over it.
All righty. All righty, so this is what ours is looking like at the moment. Big gluggy mess, but it's going to be delicious, I promise. So it looks like everyone's up to the adding to their muffin trays. Excellent. We'll start doing the same.
It looks delicious.
Oh, thank you. So kind. All right. There you go, girls. Okay, whoa. Yeah. Yeah, don't eat it. That's right. Yeah, and you just push it off your spoon into the muffin case, into the tray. Good job. Try not to lick your fingers between each one.
Can we use this, Katie?
Yeah, definitely. Yep. Use whatever you like to plop it into your muffin tray. That's fine. Yep. And spoon them off. Don't lick. Keep going. Once you licked, it's mum's job. My 3-year-old's struggling not to lick everything at the moment. Just learning hard lessons about you can't lick every bit off.
Well, very nice.
Smells nice. Great job's being done. I can see people using, that's another really good way to do it, Florence. I can see Florence who's using 2 spoons. So that's a great way to do it. She's using her other spoon to scoop off the first spoon.
2. We are 2.
Oh, good job. Excellent, Palmer twins. Good job. And Sam, I don't know what Sam's doing. Sam's added new headwear to his cooking show, so that's good. We're all very entertained by that. Good girl, Matilda. Get your muscles in there. Maisie looking good. Big clumps of mixture. Maisie and Layla. Good job, Weber girls. Thea and Greta doing a great job. Oh, look at all those. That looks amazing. Oh, Rhiannon cooking up a storm. So good, girls.
How are we putting them in the oven?
Yes, good question, Finn. So if you have filled all of your muffin trays and your muffin case, then what you'll be able to do is put them in the oven. Now, every single oven is very different, okay? So you need to just watch your oven and see what your muffins are doing. One of the ways, does anyone know a way that we could tell if something's cooked or not? Like a muffin? Yep, Maddie?
You stab it with a knife.
Stab it with a knife, exactly.
It's puffed up.
Puffed up, yep, absolutely.
You can spike it with the tequila.
Yes,
It's brown.
it's brown.
It's puffed up. It's nice and brown.
Nice and brown.
But you put a toothpick in it.
It's
Put
got
a toothpick in it.
Katie,
Put
Yeah.
a toothpick in it.
In for?
Picking it. Yes, excellent. Stubbs family, just say that again.
How long do you need to put the muffins in for?
Good question. So when the girls and I cooked these yesterday in my oven, it was around about 16 minutes. Okay. Now your oven might take a little bit longer, but it might, I would say probably at least 15 minutes, okay? Now, the way that we could tell they were cooked yesterday was we could smell them, okay? So I could smell them and I thought, that smells cooked. So we opened them up and just like you guys said about you, we stuck a knife into them and when we pulled the knife out, it was nice and clean, okay? If you stick your knife in and then when you pull it out, it's got all mixture still on it, it means it's not cooked and not ready, okay? So we're looking for nice smelling muffins. We want to see them looking golden brown. And when we stick a knife into them, it will come out clean, okay? So probably about 15 to 20 minutes you're going to want to cook them for.
Oh, that little.
What did you say, Izzy? But now I'm not going to stay here while you guys cook them. I know that you guys are now proper chefs and will be able to do this yourself. So once you've filled all of your muffin cases with mixture, I haven't even looked at what's going on behind me. I think I should have been watching my crew a bit closer. But once they're in the oven, then you can log off, you can end your meeting. But then once they're cooked, you're going to have to send me a photo because I want to see how delicious your muffins are, okay? So then I can see all the delicious things you've eaten. And you can tell your mum and dads and your carers that you can freeze them. So if you don't want to eat them all today and tomorrow, you can put them in the freezer and then you can take them to school when we next get to go to school again, which will hopefully be really soon, okay? So does anyone have any questions? And of course you have to lick the bowl and lick the spoon. That just goes without saying. Once you've filled all your muffin tray up though first, okie dokie. Any questions, anybody? Is everyone okay?
What degrees do we put it on? Like the oven? 180. Uh-huh.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Who else can you say thanks, Katie?
Thanks, Katie. Thanks, Katie. Thanks, Katie. Thanks, Katie. Thanks, Katie.
Thanks, Katie.
Thanks,
Woo!
Thank you. Bye.
Well, see you, Stubbsy.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, Stab.
Bye, Audrey. Bye, Grace. Bye. Thanks.
Oh my God, I missed a bit there. Scraping back in.
Bye, Audrey. Bye, Audrey. Bye. Bye. Someone got.
Bye, Hannah. Bye.
Hannah. Bye, Hannah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Katie, looking forward to trying. I think.
Gonna put them in?
Hi, John.
Gracie?
Yeah, we'll have to use that one.
Hi, John.
Hi.
John.
Hi, Grace.
Bye.
Hi, Amanda.
Hi, Ellie. Hi, Otto.
How are you?
Ready? Say bye, everyone.
Move that one.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Katie.
Katie. Thanks, Katie.
Hi, Sam. Hi, Sam.
Thanks, Izzy.
Bye.
That's fine.
Hannah. Hi, Heidi.
They're making their ones for Harvey's.
Careful, just
Bye.
I've got to pee.
Oh, how's that going for you, Ellie? Good?
I've got batch of muffins that are done.
Good to be my star pupil. What happened?
Bye, Audrey. Bye, Estelle.
You can eat that.
How do you turn this camera on?
You don't have to tell him, you can talk.
You need to put this in the sink.
Who's doing the dishes?
Me. And Uncle John.
Yeah, no, we're gonna leave this everywhere.
You can see and Kim girls, so good.
Mum's left to do the work here.
No, that's right. I think I should have done the work, Lisa. You've got one end of the other.
Sam, did you forget to put your carrot in your muffin?
No.
Katie,
Yeah.
you've run out of muffin trays. Can you freeze the mixture?
You could, but you could also just and then cook the next batch. You'd probably be
Hi, Stell.
I had a like patty pans, but yeah, I could just cook it in the actual
Hi,
thing. Yeah,
Hannah.
might do
Nice
that.
to meet you, Stell.
Safeway had none left.
Hi,
I thought,
Ivy.
oh, everyone must have gone shopping for patty pans because there was none left at Safeway.
everyone must be cooking.
Yes, it must be.
Baking. Oh, wowza. Yeah, but you'd probably be better off freezing the actual muffin rather than
Yeah.
itself. It
Yeah.
might defrost so nicely, that's all.
You put a timer on?
Yeah, good
We
job.
made two batches. We've got
I
lots.
can't. It's flat.
Bye.
Bye, Hannah. Bye, Sam.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm going to school. Hannah has to go do her schoolwork.
All right.
Bye, Lucy. Bye, Audrey. Bye, Estelle.
Hi, guys.
Bye,
We'll
Estelle.
say goodbye now.
Bye, Ivy. Bye, Grace.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
Sam.
Thanks, Katie.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Guys.
That was really good.
Thank you.
Bye, Luce.
Thanks, Ali. Thanks for coming. Thanks, Otto. See ya.
Bye.
No.
See ya.
Thanks,
Bye.
Lisa. See ya.
No, they're just little. I just bought 3 little biscuits.
Oh, there's your granny. You can hear your granny. There's your granny. I've been wondering, trying to work out which kitchen you're in. I was like, that's not her kitchen. Where is she? Yeah, it dawned on me. Mhm.
Rose and Tom's. Just got to,
I'm gonna go and
yeah. Are you gonna
finish this. Hmm?
Are you gonna go and give him a sleep?
Yeah, and finish these muffins.
Yeah, good. Oh, I know. Go and have a sleep.
No, well done. That was really good.
Oh, good. Thank you. Yeah.
Good that Chep News came on too.
Yeah. So that's who's still sitting here. John's waiting for me. So he wants to,
Oh,
no, you're totally fine. But yeah, no. So that's good.
brilliant.
That was,
Brilliant. Oh, well.
yeah, it was
Okay. See you.
Have a good sleep. Hi, John. Sorry.